So in this video, we're going to talk about a few Mac OS keyboard shortcuts, and that'll make your life easier. We'll start off with the good old Command Tab, Command Q combo, right? So if you have a Command Tab pressed, like so, you will get a list of all the open applications, and you can just cycle through them if you keep pressing Tab while holding down the Command key, of course. And wherever you stop, that application will come to the fore. So that's easy for task switching. But that's not all. I mean, you can also use it in combination with the Command Q keyboard combination, and what that lets you do is it lets you shut down the one that is highlighted. So I'm just going to shut this down here. The settings app is going to just go away. There you go. And then I cycle to some other application, Q again, and that goes away, and then to another one, and that goes away. So if you have a bunch of apps open and you want to selectively close some of them, just hold down the Command key, tap through them, and press Q wherever you want. So this next one is to move a file from one folder to another with shortcuts on the keyboard. So you might be familiar with Command C and Command V, but that does a copy and paste, right? So it just copies the file and leaves it in the original folder as well. What if you want to do a cut? Now on Windows, you had a Control X to do that, and then a Control V, but you don't have that on the Mac. However, you can still do that. Do a Command C on the file like before, but when you're about to paste it, then in the next folder, just hold down the Option key as well as the Command key, and then do a Option Command V, and that'll change it from a copy paste into a cut paste. So you can see the file has been cut from the original and moved to this folder. Of course, you can always drag files to another folder, and that's always a move operation, and so that's always handy. But sometimes, you know, you're trying to sort of cut from one folder and paste deep into a folder structure, and it becomes unwieldy with the mouse, and so you can just select as many files as you like, do a Command C on them, and then perhaps I move to the desktop and do an Option Command V, and boom, they have been moved to the new folder. So this next one is for the screen capture, and it is Command Shift 3, 4, and 5. So first of all, 3, it just captures the screen and it saves it into a specified location. You can see the screenshot in the bottom right corner briefly, and then it disappears and ends up in the folder that you have specified. In my case, it's a folder called Screen Grabs. And I'll show you how to configure it, because by default, these end up on the desktop. I like to have them in a separate folder. Then there is the Command Shift 4, which is a bit more flexible. So if I do this, then I get a selector, and I can just select any area of the screen. Immediately as I leave it, it gets captured, and again it'll end up in the same location which I have specified, like so. But the most flexible, which was added actually later on by macOS, is Command Shift 5. And this actually gives me a little toolbar, and I can now either capture the entire screen, or I can capture a window, and I can specify which window to capture, or I can specify a screen area, and I can now resize it a bit more easily because it doesn't capture immediately. I can also do video, by the way, and I can either do a video of a window, or I can do a video of a screen area. So this is very handy for doing a quick screencast, because it can also capture sounds. And finally, you can specify the location at which you have you're going to save all these screen grabs. So like I said, I don't like them on the desktop, so I've actually specified a location, and you can do that. And you can also add things like a delay as soon as you press the capture button, if you want to get the mouse out of the way quickly. And you can, for example, decide to capture the screen, the mouse events as well, and so on. So it's quite flexible. And when everything is to your liking, you just press the capture button, and it'll do the capture. And again, it'll save it in the same location as before. So these are all the shortcuts for screen grabs, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, this one is the simplest and I think the handiest. Just in any application, press Command, comma, and it'll take you to the preferences in that application. This was Safari. In Chrome, Command, comma. I'm in Chrome now, Command, comma. Same shortcut this time. I go to the Chrome settings screen. VS Code, Command, comma. Same shortcut takes me to the preferences in this application. Spotify, Command, comma. I'm in the settings on Spotify. Very, very handy and very, very useful. And finally, emojis, right? So if you have one of these newer Mac keyboards and you have this globe button and you've configured it to emojis, you can just press that and you get the emoji sort of window immediately, and you can type from this. But if you don't have this particular thing configured, you can always get to the emojis with Command Control Spacebar, right? Command Control Spacebar opens up the emoji input window, and just double click on any emoji to enter it. This works as long as you are in any editing field. I'm currently in a text editor, and so it works. And so there you have it, a quick way to enter emojis on the Mac, and a bunch of useful keyboard shortcuts to make your life easier. I hope you found this useful. Bye.